Okay, kiddo, so today we're gonna talk about equivalent fractions. I know you've been talking about fractions. How do we feel about fractions? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Okay, well, we're gonna get a little bit deeper with fractions today. Okay, so here's my objectives. So, when we get done talking about equivalent fractions, I'm hoping that at least 19 out of our 24 kids in this class, we're gonna understand what equivalent fractions are. We're gonna go from this to this, okay? So, our essential questions today. What are equivalent fractions? I want you to keep these in your brain until the end, okay? What are equivalent fractions? And what visual models are most useful when working with fractions? Keep those in your brain. Okay, so let's start here. If you have our packet in front of you, you'll see the first page. You don't have to write anything, just listen and watch. We have our numerator, okay? What is our numerator? Can somebody tell me without reading the definition on the screen? What's a numerator? The one on top. On top of what?
It's how many pizzas are shaded.
Okay. Of what?
Of the fraction.
Of the fraction, there we go, okay. So our numerator is the top part of a fraction. It shows how many equal parts of the denominator are represented. We good? Okay, here's some pictures. We're gonna talk about when we're in our teacher groups, using a circle. We can think about pizza, we can think about candy bars, okay? Numerator, top. What's on the bottom? Let's think about it. The denominator, okay? So the denominator is the bottom part of the fraction. It shows how many equal parts of that item that the item has been divided into. Okay? So this is the part talking about, Hayden, you talked about the shading in. We shade in the amount that's our numerator. All of our boxes that are there, those show our denominator. We following this should be a review because we've already talked about this stuff. Okay? Now we're going into the word equivalent. Without reading the board, what do we think that means? We probably haven't seen this before, right?
Equal, like half.
Like half?
Like equal to the other side.
Yes. So we're gonna learn today that you can have two fractions with two different numbers in our numerator and denominator, but they can equal the same thing. Okay? Okay, now we're gonna go into our read aloud. This read aloud is gonna talk about a lot of stuff that y'all see. Everyday things. Pizza. It talks about windows. Things that we can look at that compare to fractions. Okay?
This book is called If You Were a Fraction by Tricia Speed Shaskin. If you were a fraction, you would always be part of something. You could be one wedge of an apple, 2 pieces of pie, 3 wedges of a pear, or 4 slices of pizza. If you were a fraction, you would be one or more equal parts of a whole. The hungry hippo eats a fraction of every pizza on the buffet table. He takes 1/2 of the vegetarian pizza, 1/8 of the sausage pizza, and 1/4 of the cheese pizza. If you were a fraction, you could be divided into 3 equal parts. Jenny juggles 3 red balls. 1 ball falls. Jenny has dropped 1/3 of the balls. Joey juggles 3 green balls. 2 balls fall. Joey has dropped 2/3 of the balls. If you were a fraction, you could be divided into 2 equal parts. You would be halves. The zany zebra's flag is 1/2 white and 1/2 black. The loopy leopard's flag is 1/2 yellow and 1/2 black. The proud peacock's flag is 1/2 green and 1/2 purple. If you were a fraction, you could be divided into 4 equal.
I'm gonna stop here for a second. How many people have windows in their house? Right? Everybody should have a window somewhere. Have you ever thought that you can take your window and divide it into different parts?
Yeah.
Okay? These are those everyday items I was talking about that we can make into fractions. Are we following? Is this stuff making sense?
Yeah.
Now we know why fractions are so important.
Equal parts. you would be fourths. One window has 4 equal parts, or panes. If one pane is broken, 1/4 of the window is broken. If 3 panes are broken, 3/4 of the window is broken. If you were a fraction, you could be divided into 8 equal parts. You would be eighths. Robin slices a raspberry pie into 8 pieces. Each bird gets 1 piece. Each bird gets 1/8 of the pie. If you were a fraction, you could be divided more than once. You would be 1 unit subdivided into equal parts. Josie and Jackie split the yummy candy bar. They each have 1/2. Then Johnny and Joey show up. Josie and Jackie split each part again. Now the candy bar is in 4 pieces. Josie, Jackie, Johnny, and Joey each have 1/4 of the candy bar. If you were a fraction, you could be part of a set. A set is a group that has something in common. Louis the tiger trainer has a set of 3 flaming hoops. Fanny the tiger jumps through the first flaming hoop, or 1/3 of the set. Fanny jumps through the second flaming hoop. Fanny has now jumped through 2/3 of a set. Fanny jumps through the 3rd flaming hoop. Now Fanny has jumped through 3/3 of the set, or 1 whole set. If you were a fraction, you could be compared with other fractions. Buck, Buttercup, and Betsy make 6 cookies. Buttercup gets 1 of the 6 cookies. She has 1/6 of the cookies. Betsy gets 3 of the 6 cookies. She has 3/6, or 1/2 of the cookies. Buck gets 2 of the 6 cookies. He has 2/6, or 1/3 of the cookies.
Do you see how we're taking these groups
Yeah.
and we're getting the same fractions? These are the equivalent fractions that we're gonna get into today, okay? So pay close attention.
1/6 is the smallest of the 3 fractions. Buttercup has the fewest cookies. 3/6 is the largest of the 3 fractions. Betsy has the most cookies. You would always be part of the whole if you were a fraction.
That's good, good enough. Next slide. Okay, so now we're gonna break down to our groups. We're gonna have 2 rotations. First group with me or Miss Smith, and then the other groups are gonna be playing bingo, okay? I've got our timer on the board. This first group, your first rotation is gonna last 16 minutes, okay? So, Miss Smith's group will be Caleb, Mia, Alex, Christopher, Anna. I'll have Riley, Addie, Nia, Kinsley, and Chloe. Everybody else will be broken up on this side, doing our groups. Before we go, when we're over here working with our bingo, we've got these things called fraction cubes, fraction tiles, whatever you wanna call them, okay? Let's look at them first. So, they'll have the fractions marked. They'll also have percentages and decimals. I don't want y'all to look at that. We know fractions, that's what we've been working on, okay? So, do we see how all of these cubes line up together? Do they have the same numbers?
Yes.
Do they have the same fractions?
No.
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 Huh. I think our brains are thinking, right? They're the same size, but they've got different fractions. What do we think that could mean? Go ahead, Anna.
Because they're split up because 2
Raylan?
Basically, on the side, this one you can't start now, and this one you can.
Okay. All of them come apart. Hayden, you wanna give me one more try?
For the black one, there would be a lot of people, so they're smaller pieces, and that's why there's more. And
Let's
for the
think
red
some more.
ones, there's less pieces, so it's bigger.
I see where you're going with that. So, let's think of it this way. Okay, hands down. This is a whole. We know what a whole is with a fraction, right?
Yeah.
We've got all these together. This is a whole. This is a whole, and this is a whole. We've got our different numbers. But guess what? all of these put together are equivalent fractions. They're all the same, they're equal. They don't have the same pieces, but as a whole, they equal the same thing. Okay? And we'll learn about that more in your groups. But when you're playing bingo, you'll be able to use these to build. So if I was trying to see if I took a 1/2 cube, and I wanted to see what equivalent fraction was equal to 1/2, we can put them together. And guess what 1/4, or how many fourths equal a half?
2.
2. Why?
Because
How many blocks are here?
4.
In this yellow one? 2. How many are in 1/2?
4.
1. So 2/4 equal 1/2. How did I know that? Because look, they're the same size. And you can compare them all the way with every single one of these fraction cubes. And we'll learn about and practice with that in Miss Smith's group and the bingo groups and with my group. Okay? I just want to kind of give you the reading. Okay? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go on to your groups. Make sure you got your workbook and a pencil. Oh yeah, and if we have anybody like in the bingo group or in my group that finished early, you can come grab your Chromebooks and we'll go on full math and we'll play an equivalent fraction game. Okay? Here's an extra. My group's gonna be at the back round table. And if anybody needs an extra of one of these cubes, there's another one. Okay, kitties. Hey, don't forget to take our packets just in case if we get lost and need help, okay? Let me grab. You're in your groups, yes. Okay, don't forget, look at the board. Here, the board is gonna have your whole group layout, okay? By my name, there's my group. By Miss Smith's name, there's her group. At the bottom, we've got our bingo group. Bingo should be Lucas, Hayden, Zeppelin, Jacoby at a table. Other tables should be Maverick, Bo, Braylon, and AJ. Okay, we're in our normal math groups, guys. Okay, I'm gonna start this timer. Once it goes off, we're gonna do our second rotation. No, you should have your workbooks cut up.
They're right here. There's here. Oh.
I'm gonna grab your workbook then. Okay, who's number 1? 4?
I flipped right to it.
Wow.
I just opened my book randomly and
You
I
must be having some luck today, girlfriend. Okay. I want you to put your hands on the table when you're ready. Hands on the table. Okay, so let's look at our first page. What are we seeing? What are we seeing? What are we seeing? Fractions. What else do we see? Did we see some of these in the slideshow? Okay, so let's talk about it. We're gonna get these out, and we're gonna do the step in at the top together to work on building that scene. Okay? Y'all are gonna get practice. So, let's look at the first one, okay? Okay, while I do this, I want you to stand up and watch. Stand up and watch. I need you to say it, okay? Okay, so we're looking at one. How many pieces are in that one? How many boxes do we have in the first, second, and
Four.
we have 4? So what does that fraction represent? Fourths, right? How do we know it's 1/4?
Because there's one shaded in and
There's 4 total, right? Okay, so guess what fraction we've got first? Our 1/4 is our block, but this is gonna represent 1/4. How do I know these blocks are 1/4?
because they have a wall.
Okay, okay, so there's, okay, we are looking at 1/4. 1/4. This is one piece of our 4 blocks, okay? What fraction is next? What fraction is the next one? 8?
I'm at 2/8.
2 eighths? How do you know?
Because it shows shaded in and they're 8.
Okay, so if we put our 1/4 factor on, are these equal?
Yes. No.
They're the same size? Okay, what about this? How many blocks is our 8 showing? What fraction is this?
2/8.
2 eighths. We're gonna take 2 of our 8 with our 1/4. Are these equal?
Yes.
That's an equivalent fraction. 1/4 is equivalent to Mia. You don't know what this is? Okay. 1/4 is equal. Do we see what they're doing here? Okay. Okay, let's go look down here. The second part of our second. We're looking here, Mia. Okay? The second part of our second. What fraction is that first, the blue one showing?
3/4.
3/4.
No, 4/3.
No, remember, all of our boxes together equal the denominator. The ones shaded in equal the numerator.
4/3.
Which anybody?
4/3.
All the bingo cards are the same.
I know. Y'all are supposed to be it's like y'all are doing it together. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all aren't playing against each other. Y'all are working together.
It's
Okay.
4/3.
Sorry, I didn't explain.
Yeah, you said it the same time.
3/4. Because how many boxes? I know, I was just asking now for the answer. Okay, so we've got 3/4. So how many of these blocks do I need?
2.
3. Taking one away because we're looking at 3/4. All of these together equal a whole. That's our fourths. We just need to look at 3. Okay? What's our next one showing? Bless you. What's our second one showing us right here? What's this showing us, Nina?
8/6. No, 6/8.
Good, okay? And we know that because they're 8 showing us 8 squares. And how many are shaded in? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many blocks do I need to keep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm taking 2 away, I'm keeping 6. Okay, so we are looking at 3/4 and 6/8. Are these equivalent fractions? Why?
Because those equal the same.
They equal the same, right?
When you took those two off, they're the same size too.
What do we do here? Now you're getting it good, okay? We can also see that when we're doing, just looking at our paper, because do you see, if we're looking at this now, do we see on our paper how these stop in the same point? These stop in the same point, we know that these are equivalent fractions, okay? Now let's look at it from a fraction circle perspective, because you're gonna have to look at fraction circles on bingo, okay? So, let's look at we're gonna use these, so we're gonna use fourths.
We made a hole in the line. Turn it over.
You've used it before? Great, so y'all already have an idea.
We would make a hole in your second line, and then we would
So we built it with our cubes, now we want to see it fractions. Yes, honey.
Each one of us gonna get a circle.
We're gonna do it together, okay? You'll get your circles over there in a fraction book. We're just working on it together here, so when you do the next group, you'll be there, okay? So, we've got, what's the first one represent? 1/4? And
It makes the same thing.
And then just like-
It makes the same fraction.
Right? Are we understanding? You wanna try some on your own? Okay. We can work together, but on our own. So let's look at the first group, the step up. A. Okay? So we're looking at, it is asking us, each large shape is one hole. Okay? Just like we did up here, these are all one hole. Okay? Look at the first shape. Shape the same area on the second shape. Write the fraction of the second shape. Okay. So if we're looking at this first one, okay, if we're looking at the first one, what do we need to show? What did Chloe say? We're looking at,
We can shade two.
we can shade two to make it equivalent, right?
I made a line and then I
Okay, we need to make this hole right here equivalent to our top fraction. How are we gonna do that, Addie? How are we gonna make this up here look the same down here, okay?
We're gonna color in
Two, so what fraction is that showing? Okay, remember, the denominator is gonna be all of our square brackets. Okay, let's count all of them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half, what part of our fraction does that represent? What part? Numerator or the denominator? Denominator, okay. Let me give y'all a little hint. When we're looking at denominator, we're brackets. Okay. When you look at the back of our prayer model, denominator equals a. Okay. So if we ever get confused, which one's our numerator, which one's our denominator? Denominator and the word down, those start with D, right? We can always say denominator means down. So it's gonna be the bottom half of our fraction, okay? If we ever get confused, okay? So our first one for A is gonna be what fraction?
This one and we all
Let's take it to this, okay? What fraction is A representing? 2, 6, okay? Let's go on to B. Okay, so we're looking at the fraction 1/4. You didn't even do this. You just colored in a whole bunch of stuff. We're trying to make this fraction equal. Okay, now we're looking at B. Okay, so we're your columns. Okay, B.
We're gonna color in two again.
We're just gonna color it two again.
Wait, are y'all looking at C or are y'all looking at? You're looking at B. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so. Okay, how did we know to color in two, Abby?
Because it's the same, because it's equal to this block and the line.
So 1/4 is equivalent to what fraction? How many boxes do we have total? That's gonna equal our denominator. So let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So where does that number go?
That's the bottom.
At the bottom line, what's that?
That's the denominator.
Denominator, there we go, okay. How many do we have colored in?
2.
Two.
So
Is
2
that-
8s.
2 8s is equivalent to 1. So if we have our 8s, like we did earlier, okay, 2 8s, I'm gonna show you which box. 2 8s and 1/4, are these the same?
Yes.
So we know, that's how we check ourselves, okay? You gotta calm down here, buddy. Okay, we're trying to make this number and this number look the same. Okay, now let's go to C. 1/2, we're coloring it 4. Okay, so before we color, what's our denominator gonna be? How do you know that? Okay, and then how many should we color in? 4, good job, and that's gonna equal what? We're going to that 4 8, that is our equivalent fraction to 1/4. I mean 1/2, nowhere at C. Or not here. Yeah, We gotta make it look like a car. Okay, so, let's go look at D. Wait, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? We have 1/2 and 1/2, but we don't have 8 squares here.
We have 6.
We have 6. So 1/2, does that tell me that 1/2 can be equivalent to the inner fraction? I think so, right? Okay, so let's look at that. We have 6, Riley, we said 6, is that our numerator or our denominator? That's our denominator, okay? Are we following along?
3.
3 is our numerator, so we're gonna color in 3. So, look at that, let's look at our bottom line. Okay, good. Let's look at these together, kiddos.
That's what I
Okay,
did too.
let's look at C and D together. We got 1/2 for our first one that we were trying to make something simple. Okay, but how were we able to do this fractions, but they both equal 1/2? Okay, so let's take our half. We'll build it. Okay. Here's our 8. Here's our 8. Okay. How many 8s? How many 8s equal 1/2? Are these equal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's look at our 6. Okay, we said 3 6. Look, these are different because they're the same. What is that called? Equivalent fraction.
But this has.
Uh-huh. Good. Oh, you're too smart.
What about half
You're getting into big ones. We'll talk about that. Okay? Let's move on to the next page. Okay? We are done with 302. Let's look at 303. Okay? 303. We're on this page. I'm moving down your way. Okay? So 303. I want y'all to do A by yourself, and then we'll talk about it. Okay? Hurry it up, we only got a 2 Okay? Look at it A. Let's do A real
Wait, do
quick.
we have to do it on the end?
Yeah, so now we did this over here, you gotta do it on your own. You got to show 2/4 and then show the equivalent fraction. When you get it done, put your pencil down. We're just looking at A, you just try. Just try A. You did that on A, just the box with A, that's all we're doing right now.
Are those the same? Yes, they are. Alright, so now.
Okay, let's look at A, everybody come back to A. Okay, how do I look at this box and show
How
2
about that green box?
You would do 2 of them
Yeah,
because
shaded 2 and
there's 4 of them.
4. And how many are shaded?
Okay, hold on, take another 30 seconds and finish up. We're gonna finish up this one problem.
3.
Okay.
Fraction 3 what?
None of the cards,
3.
none of them are right. None of the cards, they don't have, sometimes the cards don't have anything.
Pieces are there.
I know it's supposed to be like that, so make you think, okay? Let's look, let's check how many now, let's not switch, okay? So,
Yeah,
okay, so 4. Our denominator is showing us that we are gonna have 4.
3, 4, 5, 6.
and then you have
What do we have to learn?
because that's
Represent our numerator, okay? So what should our equivalent fraction be?
2 4.
Alright, are those equivalent?
No, that's our beginning fraction. What fraction are we trying to do that's equivalent, okay? We're looking at, we're trying to find out the numerator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, how many should we learn, Riley? 4. What fraction is that gonna show us?
How many would you have to color in after I make it?
4, 8. Okay. Good job. That was good, okay? It's okay, we can finish all these, close your book. Get ready for
I didn't finish it.
What about 6?
Take your math book and go to the next seat, and you can go into the next group. Okay, kiddos, are y'all ready to switch? Yes. our next rotation is on the board, kiddos.
So it goes one person who calls it out.
So y'all are gonna be.
Is there a person who calls it out like a regular bingo?
Okay, so Miss Smith's group's gonna be Maverick, Bo, Braylon, AJ. I'm gonna have Lucas, Hayden, Zeppelin, and Jacoby.
Is there a person who calls it out like
So y'all are playing bingo, but y'all are all gonna basically end up getting the same answers because I want y'all to work together. Okay?
so there's nobody calling them?
No, y'all are just, so what you're gonna do, Addie, is you're gonna take the card, you're gonna take all of the green cards. Addie, are you listening, honey? You're gonna take the green cards and you're gonna say whatever fraction that it's showing. Y'all go find your workbooks.
I think Miss Smith has
The
them.
bottom.
On the bottom?
Yes, on the
Miss
bottom.
Smith
Okay,
has
they're
them.
right here. And number 11. Okay? Addie, you're gonna take the green squares and you're gonna pick one out. You're gonna say, is there an equivalent fraction on my bingo board? And if you find one, you're gonna mark it. Okay?
That's 22. I found, I got 12.
That's mine.
Okay, let's go to the
No, it's basically the same thing.
Okay, I need to go on. Let's go to the back.
I got it.
Okay, go. You're gonna miss the first part.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all ready? We're gonna have to get started.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bingo group. I'm gonna count to 5 and I need you seated and get ready. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're starting the timer. We got 13 minutes in this group. I want you to turn to page 3 or 2. Y'all have fun with bingo?
No, not really. It's kind of boring.
Mostly because I couldn't figure it out.
It was kind of hard. It was supposed to be like that. It was on purpose. And y'all are third. So this is now. That's why y'all did it from the
Okay,
third.
we're all
So y'all are kind of playing with it, figuring it out on your own, and then we learn together. Okay? So y'all have a pencil? Okay, you got one ready? You got one zipper?
My brain got thrown into the trash can.
No, I promise it did. Okay, so grab a pencil away. You gotta make sure you have a pencil.
I lost my brain while I
Is that all we had to do?
Okay, so let's look. I don't want y'all to look at our answers. Let's look at the top
I
part.
still don't have
Okay, I need you to stop talking for a second. We're gonna get started. We're on time. We're not getting on the first time in this minute. Okay, I want y'all to tell me what fraction this is showing me right here in this first one. What fraction is this? 1/4. Okay, so guess what? Here's my 4. How do I know these are my 4? 4 blocks total, okay? So this is 1 of 4. Okay? Let's look at the second one. What is that showing?
2 8.
2 8. Okay, how do we know?
Because there's 2 right there and there's
How many blocks total? 8 total, right? 8. I'm gonna take 2. This is 2 of my 8. Okay, what did we say the first one was?
Okay, so I
Are these equal? Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah. How do I know? They're the same size, right? But guess what? It takes 2 pieces of our 8s to equal 1/2. And we see that you see how those are gonna be shaded? And there's only one of the 4. Okay. I'm going to give y'all blocks for this next one, and I want y'all to do it together.
so this one right here.
Yes, the second one. See, which blocks do we need?
4 and 8.
4 and 8. Okay. Y'all work together as a group to build the second
Oh, that's
one.
easy.
Work with them.
But I think we'll need small ones.
No, show them. Show me. Y'all work together. Okay, y'all can work to build the 4th, and y'all build the 8th.
6 days.
Okay.
Yeah, that actually fits with that.
Okay. I want y'all to finish it up in 3,
I put one in.
Are these equal?
Yes. Wow, take 3 of those and 6.
Good.
So
Okay,
it's
but what's-
doubling. It's doubling.
Kind of, right? So now
Yeah,
these cubes, these are just leftovers. Okay, are we seeing how we're doing this? How we're building these fractions? How they're equivalent? Hold on. Hold on. We don't need these. All we need are a whole. Yeah. So I'm gonna hold it. Okay, so are you ready to start with A? Okay, so we can build them as we go if we start getting confused. That's all we got to do. Okay? So
Wait,
these
what
are
do
here.
we
We're looking at A on page 302. Okay? So this is how we're gonna do this. These represent on A. I don't want to talk about my answer. But it is showing us our fraction, right? No, go ahead, we're looking at A. We're doing this first one together, okay? Okay, we're looking at A. No, you didn't put a fraction on the side. So what you're doing is just giving us our whole, and you are looking to see what our equivalent fraction is. You're building it on paper, how we did it with our cubes. Okay, so it's giving you a fraction, you've got to show me what the equivalent fraction is being produced, okay? Does that make sense? I want y'all to do A. Sorry, yeah. I want you to do this.
How do we do this?
Nia, I need you to actually play bingo, or you can come sit over here and you can do this again. Okay, fun. I'm trying to be nice and let y'all do something fun. Yeah, when you're done. Go on to B. Once you're done, Evelyn, you haven't done anything. You want blocks? Yeah, totally do that. Okay, you wanna build them? So let's look at 1/3, okay? Here's our third. Okay? So guess what, y'all come on in, go where you're supposed to go, okay? We've got our 1/3. Okay? How many there's our whole circle? How many squares are there? Okay. Squares right here that are already given to us, that's always gonna be squares. That's gonna show us our denominator, so what do we need to do? Okay, so put a 6 in. Put your pencil. Okay, so it's telling us we're probably gonna need 6 blocks. Okay. So, 1/3, how many of these blocks do we need? Okay. So, how many 6 equal 1/3? How many blocks? That's what this is. Okay. So, you're gonna color in 2 to show our new picture.
Do I need a crayon or?
No, you can choose your pen.
7, 8,
You got it, Cubby?
and then
Okay. Got it, Libby? Say number 9. Okay. So let's look at A together. What did we get? So it's showing us 1/3. What is the equivalent to 1/3? 2/6. Okay. Y'all go on and start these 4 over here. Okay? We're gonna keep working here. Okay, let's look at B. Now we need 1/8. Okay? This is 1/4. How many cubes are here?
7.
Y'all need to be building or y'all need to be playing?
8.
When I'm trying. Okay, so if you're not understanding, it's okay. Take your cards, take the cards and build. Take your cards and build what's on the cards with these. It's totally okay. Okay, there's 8, so we need our 8. Okay, so how many 8s do we need for 1/4? So here's our 4. How many of these blocks? 2, okay? So we said we have 8. Okay, so that's gonna show our denominator. 8 is our denominator. That goes on the bottom. Okay? Y'all need to say a little trick. If we're getting confused on which number needs to go on top or on bottom, you can always think of the denominator. Okay? You can say denominator starts with a D. Down starts with a D. That way we can remember denominator is both D. So, all the boxes that we're giving us, that's always gonna show us our amount. Okay? We have to color in our numerator to show us what fractions are listed.
Yeah, so color two.
So color in two, good. Okay? So what do you need to put as your numerator? Two, because that's how many we colored in, because that is our equivalent fraction. So 1/4 and 2/8 are.
Are they equal?
Good. Okay. Y'all can keep on going. I'm so glad. Hey, guess what? When we did our little pretest the other day, we got upset, right? But now what do? You know it, kiddo. You got it. Okay, I want you to keep working. Okay, I'll go. Type which one do you have now? So you're going to make your straight plus 1 and 2.
Now we're driving it.
So it's giving you from 1 and 2. So from these two cards, you're gonna kind of do the same thing, but now this may really, you have to use your brain a little bit. So y'all want to try to fill.
I can't find any sixes.
Okay, count the block. That's gonna show.
This is six.
Okay. You keep practicing. I want you to try this right here. Okay. So we've got these fractions that it's given us, and we've got to show the equivalent. Okay, so let's look at here are sixes. How many sixes or how many thirds do we need to equal 3 over 3 equals 6. Those are, what are those also? What is this called?
This or this whole.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So now let's look at 8. Good, okay. Let's fill this one again. Okay. We've got 8. How many are how equal 8? So say 2. How many 8s do
Yep.
8. So guess what you just built there? You built 2 different types of whole fractions. This is a whole because we have all of our 8s together. This is a whole because we have all of our halves together. 2 halves equal 8 equal 1. Okay? So these, you gotta do these. Okay? I'm already doing this. Okay, you understand? You can go on to the bar. Are you done? Great job. Okay. I'll want you to, let's see, grab for almost there. I don't want you to get yourself out for no reason, basically. But if you want, you can take one of these and build some bigger fractions. If you want to. Okay, we have 1/4. How many of these 8s do we need to make that work?
There's a camera right there.
We don't need this, we only need 1/4. Yeah. 2. Good. So 1/4 is equivalent to 8.
And then this is
Use that one. This doesn't know why you're just doing it. You're trying to see what you can.
So what would be 8?
Which is also a what? Oh, good job. You got it? That one?
this makes a house.
Okay.
Okay, this is just asking for 1/2. So we only need one of our blocks, okay? So what's down here? What's down here? How many boxes? That's gonna equal our knowledge here. So why are we using 8? We need our 6s. You were doing this one, sorry. Okay, got it. So we need to put our 8 down here. So how many 8s do we need? How many 8s do we need? It's okay, take another 30 seconds. We're gonna finish up some problems on this side.
Okay.
Okay?
So I need half of these.
Okay, so how many are here? 4. That's how many 8s we need. Okay? So how many do we need to color in? Color in. divide them. Y'all go ahead and start putting them third.
God, Diamond.
Y'all finish? There you go. Okay, so how many six are equal to 1/2? How many of those six equal to 3 is the denominator.
I got the.
Does that make a little more sense?
Black is
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense.
Good.
I like it better when we're
Okay.
I got the gold, diamond, and ruby.
Okay, so do that.
I got the unbreakable ruby.
Okey dokey, kiddos.
Yeah, it's unbreakable. The only
I
way to
want
break
everybody to stop what they're doing. Hands up. Hands up. Okay. We ran out of time. It's totally okay. We can get back to it later. I want everybody to, at their table, clean everything up. Okay? Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up.
Yes, ma'am. Now are we gonna do normal math proof?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, red, orange.
We're gonna
Actually,
do 3
let's do hands up again real quick. Let me say one more thing. Hands up. Hands up. Okay? We're gonna go ahead and end the lesson and then we'll clean up. 'Cause I don't wanna waste time on the timer. Clean it up. Okay? So what did we learn about today? Hold on, hands should be up. Hands should be up. We learned about what type of fraction. What does that mean?
Equal to.
Equal to. So that means we can take different fractions and put different numbers together and they can be,
Equal.
okay? So can somebody tell me what the numerator is?
The how many are shaded in? How
The
many
one
are
up
shaded
top. What about the denominator? I wanna hear somebody from the big number.
How many numbers are in the whole?
It's the bottom number, not half, it's the bottom number, okay? Somebody tell me what equivalent means. What is equivalent?
Equal.
Equal. Is that not what we learned about today?
Yeah.
That we can take different numbers in a fraction, but they can be equal, equivalent fractions. Okay? We good? Did we have fun today?
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Okay, clean up.
Okay.
But now are we doing normal math proof?